Hey, I'm your host, Jen Wheeler, and this is the Healthy Her podcast. I'm a teacher, author, and foodie who went from being addicted to sugar, skipping meals, and struggling to get in control of my eating, to someone who is 10 kilos down, eats all the yummy foods without restriction, and is finally in control of my hunger. I'm obsessed with helping other health-conscious women ditch the confusion and overwhelm so they can cultivate healthy eating habits and truly thrive. The Healthy Her podcast was created to give you real talk about healthy eating, as well as easy, actionable tips that fit seamlessly into your busy lifestyle. I'm not just your host. Think of me as your healthy eating hype gal, your personal cheerleader as we chat all things healthy eating, weight loss, and mindset mastery, so you can become the healthiest, happiest version of you. So if you're ready to ditch the guilt, reclaim your confidence, and unlock the very best version of you, then you're in the right place. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Her podcast. I was toying up with whether I should record this episode or not, but I feel like it's going to give you lots of little gems and aha moments that you can take away on your own healthy eating and weight loss journey. So I have decided to record this episode especially for you. So basically, a little while ago, I had a post on my social media, on my Instagram, The Active Bod, that went viral. Now, it didn't just go viral on my Instagram, it went viral across all of my social media platforms. So that's Instagram, that's TikTok, that's Facebook, all of the platforms went viral in their own sort of slightly different capacity. And whenever I have a post or some content that I share on social media go viral, I actually get a lot from it and I learn so much about women and weight loss and our healthy eating behaviors and our patterns. And that's why I wanted to share everything that I've learned with you today, because I truly think it's really going to help you. And I think from what I talk about with you today, you're going to get quite a lot of aha moments where you go, okay, yep, like that's me. Or it might help you to identify an area that you particularly have to work on or that you have to focus on, sort of some mindset work, something that's holding you back. So it's not the first time that I've had content or a post go viral. But like I said, every time it does, it's the same message that I get over and over. Whether I've had a post go viral this month or in the 6 months or last year or 2 years ago, the message and the learnings that I get from these viral posts about women and healthy eating and weight loss is always the same. It is always the same. Now, I know the first thing you're probably wondering is like, well, okay, Jen, tell us about the post, what went viral. So the post that went insanely viral across all my platforms was one of my shopping videos. Now, if you're new here or you've just recently joined the podcast, one of the things that I create on my social media, and this is completely free, is I will put together videos using certain ingredients from a local shopping center. So this one was from Aldi, and I show you how you can really quickly and easily kind of like build a meal using 3 off-the-shelf ingredients that are high in protein, low in calories, that are budget friendly, that are family friendly, that are just going to take you like max 10 minutes to make. And I know that these videos always do very well. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but these videos always perform very, very well. But this video went viral. The title of the video was, just off the top of my head, 3 fast, quick, healthy, family-friendly meal ideas, 3 dinner ideas that you can make during your busy weeknights, and you can, like throw together a quick meal when you just have no time and you just need something that's super easy and super quick to throw together. So I posted my videos as I normally would. And you can understand very quickly when a post will go viral. It's like they just pop off. It will get posted and the views and the likes and the shares and the comments increase very rapidly and very quickly. This is what happened with this post, this particular post about me shopping at Aldi, 3 family dinners, all budget friendly, all high protein, and this video just popped off. But I can really give you some key takeaways of the things that I learned. When this happens, the number one red flag that stands out to me every time, and it doesn't always necessarily have to be in a viral post, it can just be in one of my other posts. So it may be a meal prep recipe, or like I have a post as well too on my Instagram about my go-to meal prep chicken recipe. You can also download that and I can send it to you for free. If you listen to all of this and you're thinking, oh, I need to try these things, just jump over to my Instagram, The Active Bod, or you can find me on Facebook or TikTok, like whatever your preferred platform is. And there's just so much free stuff there that you can actually access, and just to save you time during the week and just to make your life that little bit easier for you to manage. So, red flag number one, the first thing that stands out to me every single time when a post goes viral is that women are struggling and we need help. We are struggling and we need help. And I don't mean struggling in the sense of, hey, you know what, we can't handle this stuff and like, we're not capable. Well, we are capable. Women are insane creatures. We can be literally drowning in the worst stuff possible that life has to throw at us, and we will stand up and show up for ourselves and our family and our work colleagues and our boss. So this is not a, hey, women are struggling because they can't do it, because we can. This is more of women are struggling and we need help when it comes to juggling all of these things, and especially when it comes to food. The fact that these kind of posts get so much traction and so much attention so quickly just shows that women are struggling and that we need help. And I've talked about this a lot on the podcast, but we're not struggling because we can't do it. We are struggling because of decision fatigue. We make a million tiny little different decisions every single day about ourselves, about our work, about our kids, about our partners, about our families, all of those kind of things, these tiny, tiny, tiny decisions. And at the end of the workday, our brains are literally exhausted. And the thought of having to make one more decision about what to make for dinner, that's got some protein in it, that's healthy, that my family is going to eat, is physically exhausting. And that's why a majority of us end up at the drive-thru at McDonald's ordering a pizza. It's not because we're weak. It's just that we are mentally drained and exhausted and have serious decision fatigue. And that is why we struggle with dinner time every single weeknight. So like I said, always, 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 when these posts go viral, it just huge red flag to me that women are struggling and that we need help with this stuff. And that's why it's something I'm always super passionate about, is sharing these 3 fast, quick, easy, healthy dinners. Because if I can share that with you, and if I can take one small little piece off your load and, make life a little bit easier for you of a busy weeknight, then my job is done. Like, I love that I get to be able to do that for you and be that person for you and just to support you and help you, even if it's in that small, tiny way. I love that I get to be that person for you. So women are struggling and we need help. And that's why I will always, 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 forever in a day, talk about the hacks, the shortcuts, the easy ways that you can just make this simpler for yourself to get a healthy meal on your table of an evening. I will always share it. I will always never judge you. Like I've talked about this before, there's so much judgment out there from other women about, you should be doing this and you should be eating this and everything should be organic and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not that person. I will not judge you. I will share with you and support all of your hacks, shortcuts, whatever you need to do to make eating healthy and feeding your family easier. I'm all for it. Okay, the second thing that these viral posts teach me is the misconceptions that women have about food. The misconceptions that women have around food are blocking us from healthy eating and weight loss success. The comments on these posts is literally insane. And every time, like I said, it doesn't have to be a viral post. They are always the same. So one of the 3 fast, quick family dinners that I posted from Aldi was a ravioli pasta. So it was, like one of those sort of pre-bought packets, like the pre-made ravioli, it was one of those. It was a bag of spinach and it was a pre-made pasta sauce. And it came out to it's around 400 calories and 30 grams of protein. It had the vegetables in it. And that was the recipe. The amount of comments that I got from women saying that pasta is not healthy was insane. Pasta is not healthy. Pasta is not good for you. You cannot be healthy and lose weight and eat pasta. And it is these misconceptions that we have as women around food that are blocking our success. They truly, truly are, because there is nothing wrong with pasta. No single food can make you gain weight. It just can't. It's like, oh, we can't eat a donut because donuts will make you fat. No, they won't. If you eat more food than your body needs, you will gain weight. That's what it's about. There is no single one food that you can eat that is going to make you put on weight. It's just not the way it works. And the unfortunate thing for me is when I see these comments on these posts, obviously for someone like me who's been doing this for a little while now, it doesn't faze me. Do you know what I mean? I kind of go, okay. And I can literally see straight through that woman's comment that she has misunderstandings and misconceptions about food that she needs to work on. So I can see that straight away. It's that red flag again. It's like, okay, she needs to work on her food beliefs and what she believes about food. The issue that I have with this stuff is that other women are reading her comments. That is where it gets difficult. So other women are reading that comment. So they're going, oh, cool. Okay, great. I've just found this person on Instagram and she's sharing these recipes. I'm going to try this one. And hey, you know what? I usually order takeout. So, this is going to feed my family. It's going to be quick and easy. Okay, I'll give it a go. And she's all pumped and she's going to try something new, get some more vegetables into her family, some pasta. It's going to be quick and easy. And then she scrolls down. And she scrolls down and she sees, oh, pasta's bad for me and I shouldn't be eating pasta and pasta's going to make me fat. What did she do? She then goes, okay, right, as of tomorrow, I'll just throw out all the pasta at home and while I'm there, I may as well just throw out all of my carbs because pasta's a carb. And can you see how it just has this massive knock-on effect? And it all comes down to the misconceptions about food. Always. There is no one food that can make you gain fat. It's just not the way it works. So I guess as well too, in talking about this one, I kind of just want you to go and to sort of step back and think when you are looking at these comments on posts, so whether it's on my social media, whether it's on someone else's social media, take that person's viewpoint on food and healthy eating and weight loss with a grain of salt. Okay? It is because when people comment on these kind of posts on social media, they are bringing all of their 10 years, 20 years, 15 years of food knowledge, of food misconceptions, of attempted and failed weight loss attempts. They are bringing all of that stuff with them when they make those kind of comments on a social media post. So, my advice on this one is if you see them, kind of just go, okay, yeah, well, that's just her opinion and move on. You have to start learning to make your own opinions and your own belief system and your own mindset around food, weight loss and healthy eating. These people that go around and comment on these kind of posts, they're bringing their old knowledge and their old baggage around food with their comments. So just really, really be a little bit more mindful if you are seeing someone else's comment on a social media post on something like that, that it's not necessarily true and that they probably don't know what they're talking about. So definitely keep that one in mind. Sometimes I post pasta or sometimes it's bread. That's always a good one. The other recipe had some chicken rissoles in it, so they were apparently bad, so I shouldn't eat those. So just like I said, just be a little bit more discerning with how you read comments on other people's social media posts because, like I said, that person is bringing their food baggage and their weight loss baggage with them when they go around and comment. Okay, number 3 of the 3 things that I've learned from my viral post is that women judge other women way too harshly. And I think as a female, I can kind of deal with the other stuff. I can deal with the, that women are struggling. I can deal with the misconceptions around food. But this one for me is just not okay. And it just really doesn't sit well with me and, makes me feel quite uncomfortable that women judge other women so harshly. As women, we should be supporting each other. If you see a female and she has put herself out there and posted a recipe, a workout, some new flower arrangement that she's made or some artwork or something that she painted or whatever, and she's a total stranger and she pops up on your feed, but you can see that that female has put herself out there to share that post or that content with you. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing. This is what, as women, we should be doing more of. Not judging, not going, oh, that's a crappy painting, or why are you doing that? You'll never lose weight doing that. And the unfortunate truth is the negative comments, they're not from men. It's the honest truth. These negative comments on social media are not from men. They're from women. And I know you're probably going, wow, it's true. They are from other women judging other women way too harshly. So, that's why you will always see me being someone else's hype gal. That's why my membership is called the Healthy Eating Hype Gal membership, because I truly believe other women should be supporting other women. Like, it's just reality. You're my sister. Like, we may not be related by blood, but I understand what being a female in today's busy modern world is like. And I stand with you. Like, I will support you. And if you're putting yourself out there on social media and sharing something or posting something or talking about how you've changed jobs or started a new business or like posting your and sharing your weight loss journey or your morning walks, because you're trying to get healthy. Are you ready to step into a vibrant community of health-conscious women where your journey to helping feel easy begins? Welcome to the Healthy Eating Hype Gal community, your ultimate destination for mastering your relationship with food and embracing a healthy lifestyle. As a busy working mum who's lost 10 kilos, I've been through it all and I understand the struggle. That's why I'm here to teach you the exact steps and tools I use to lose weight, conquer my mindset and thrive, all while juggling the demands of everyday life. Say goodbye to no more confusing fad diets or overwhelming nutrition advice. In this community, I'll guide you through the maze of weight loss and healthy eating and explain it to you in a way that finally makes sense. From easy, family-friendly meal plans to my exclusive calorie deficit quick guide, monthly masterclasses, plus so much more, so you can finally make healthy eating an achievable lifestyle without restriction. It's time to ditch the confusion and overwhelm for good. Join today and kickstart your journey to a healthier, happier you. There's no perfect time to start. Let's make your wellness dreams a reality. I will literally stop what I'm doing. I'm a busy working mum. I run multiple businesses. I have a family. I will stop and I will go and I will leave a comment on that woman's post because I know that she needs that support. And when women judge each other harshly, I don't understand. But I guess for me, something that's always really helped me is when someone is putting their stuff onto me. So, reflecting about how they feel or dealing with something or whatever. I always just sit back and go, this has got nothing to do with me. This is all about you. And that's always what I try and do when I see negativity on people's posts and things like that. Something that I always stand by is hurt people hurt people. If you are not okay with yourself, you will hurt the people that are around you and you will hurt the people that you care about. It's just reality, and whether that's through some snarky comment to a colleague at work, you send someone a shitty email, you write something negative on some stranger's social media post. Hurt people hurt people. Happy people don't go around hurting other people. And that is just reality. So it's always something I kind of try and, remember when I see these comments on social media posts. So with my one, so with the Audi one, when I say, like women are judging other women harshly, I mean things like a big one for me. And it's so funny. Like I have to laugh about this stuff because one of the biggest complaints and the biggest things I get told off for on my social media is the times that I use a store-bought or a jarred pasta sauce. I know, right? Like that's the thing. Like it's not the way I talk about weight loss. It's not the way I talk about healthy eating. It's when I use a jarred pasta sauce. It causes massive amounts of comment. And like I said, it's not from men, it's from women. You should be making your own pasta sauce. That pasta sauce is so full of preservatives, it's really bad for you. Like you should be eating everything that's organic. Now, I'm going to be super honest with you. If I had the time, and I'm sure that you would agree with me on this one, I would be growing my own food in my garden. I would be harvesting all my food. It would be pesticide free. It would be all organic. And I would be making everything in my humble kitchen from scratch. I know, right? We've got time for that. Like we just don't have time for that stuff. We just don't. It's physically impossible. Yes, that would be my dream reality, but it's just not my reality. And I know 110% that it's not your reality either. But for some reason, women on social media think that they can go and comment and, like belittle another woman for using a jarred pasta sauce. Like if you go and use a jarred pasta sauce when it's with some pasta and there's vegetables and there's protein and it's a well-balanced meal, it's great. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to pick your battles. And that's the way I see it too when it comes to food and the choices that I make. If you going to Aldi and picking up a jar of pre-made pasta sauce and putting it together to make a healthy meal, and you didn't make that jarred pasta sauce from scratch, but you fed your family a nourished, well-balanced meal, then you did good. Then you should be patting yourself on the back and feeling really proud that you were able to do that after you'd had the worst day, the most stressful day. You'd done all these things and juggled all these things with work and kids and family, and that you were able to do that. You need to stand in your kitchen and give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, I'm proud of you. So again, if you see that kind of comment on social media, you shouldn't be eating bread. You shouldn't be using a jarred pasta sauce. Everything you eat should be 110% organic, with no preservatives and things like that. And here's the reality too about preservatives. Yes, some foods are very highly processed, and that's not what I'm talking about. But also too, certain foods have to have preservatives in them so they have shelf stability. Okay, so let me just be really clear. I'm not talking about your very, very highly processed stuff. When you turn over a packet and there's actually no food in it, it's all just numbers. That's not what I'm talking about. A lot of pasta sauces in the supermarket are 2 or 3 ingredients, and those are the small amount of ones that do have a little bit of preservative in them. It's just to keep the shelf life, because if you have a pasta sauce in your fridge, after a few days, it tends to go a bit gross, a bit moldy on the top. So we actually sometimes need to have those small amounts of preservatives in these food in order to maintain its shelf life. So, it's not always necessarily the worst thing or the bad thing in the world that your food has a small amount of preservatives in it, because like I said, it's just maintaining the shelf life of that food, so that you're not having to buy a pasta sauce every 2 days because it's gone off in your pantry. So definitely just keep that in mind. Women judge other women way too harshly, and we just don't need to. We need to be supporting other women. We need to be cheering on other women. We need to be commenting on their posts when they're putting themselves out there or getting out of their comfort zone. That is what is important. My other favorite one is when women come along and they'll find my post. So this, whatever it is, like I said, being totally honest with you, I'm so lucky, insanely lucky. I don't get hate and all that kind of stuff. I'm really, really lucky with my social media. I have the most incredible, supportive community, like this community here of like-minded women that just genuinely want to support other women, help other women succeed, to show up as the best version of themselves, of the healthiest, happiest version of themselves. That I'm really lucky. But always love it when it's so-and-so, you get your little notification and it says so-and-so has commented on your post, and I go and I have a look at it. And the comment is from a woman, and it's a row, a multiple of this particular emoji, a laughing emoji. Ha 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 ha, you've posted this thing. This is so dumb and stupid. Ha 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 ha. I have to laugh at things like that. I'm really? Really, that's what you're commenting on my thing? That you think that what I've shared is so funny and I'm such a loser that you have gone out of your day to post multiple laughing emojis on my post. But like I said, those things don't particularly faze me because I know that person's, like I said, hurt people, hurt other people. It doesn't stress me or worry me or anything like that. But it's always funny. I always just go, really? A row of laughing emojis? I'll jump into my last tip, not my last tip, but my last, kind of aha moment from this Aldi post going viral. And it's this. It's that hacks and shortcuts are okay. Hacks, shortcuts, whatever you need to do, they're all okay. All of them. And I remember in the past, the old version of me, I got stuck down this rabbit hole that healthy meant perfect. Healthy meant everything organic. Healthy meant everything from scratch. Healthy meant never using a jarred pasta sauce. Healthy meant never buying packet pasta and always having to make my own. I fell down that rabbit hole myself, and it's not true. And it's not just that it's not true, it's not manageable. That mindset, like I said, if you have no job, no kids, you live at home, you have no other responsibilities, then go for it. But for the rest of us, that's just not reality. So please, please, please do not think that you have to do everything perfectly all the time and that everything has to be made from scratch and that everything has to be organic and preservative free, and that, you can be a well-rounded, healthy weight, nutritionally balanced person and still take hacks and shortcuts multiple times every night. Whilst, like I said, there are some really crappy products in the supermarket, like I said, that are just full of rubbish, there's also some really great ones you can use to make your life easier. Pre-made ravioli, pre-made pasta sauces, a bag of spinach that's been washed chopped vegetables, frozen vegetables, all of these things that are literally at your doorstep. But it's just that skill of you need to learn of how to use them correctly, if that makes sense. So, that's what I always teach the girls in the Healthy Eating Hype Gal membership is I teach them how to use these hacks to make their life easier and to take shortcuts, because healthy eating doesn't have to be as hard. Like, we way overcomplicate it, and it does not have to be this hard. I hope that you enjoyed listening to today's episode. I really enjoyed chatting with you about this one because, like I said, every time a post goes viral, I get the same messages, the same 4 things that pop up every single time. And I hope it's just kind of made you, just think about it. And like I said, just be a little bit more discerning when you do see comments from other women on other women's posts, especially around food and weight loss and eating and all of those kind of things, because you think about yourself. Like, I know I have my own food baggage, my old food baggage that I carried around for a long time. I know you do too, because otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this podcast. And just remember that those women that are commenting on those posts have their own food baggage that they haven't sorted out yet and that they haven't dealt with. And that's why they're going and writing those kind of comments on other women's posts. So just something to keep in mind. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. If you have a moment, please, if you could leave a review, I would be so grateful. It helps me out so much. And it just lets other women know that this is a safe space where they can get real, easy, practical advice to help them on their healthy eating and weight loss journey. As always, though, I will chat with you and see you in our next episode of the Healthy Her podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to another empowering episode of the Healthy Her podcast. If you enjoyed today's chat and found it helpful, hitting that follow or subscribe button would be amazing, because your support means the world to me. Come connect with me on Instagram @TheActiveBod for your daily dose of inspiration and for loads of new easy meal ideas. Take care and keep thriving. See you next week.